Hello, everyone. I'm really sorry about that. I reset the computer. Hopefully everything will be fine now. Is someone saying F again for real? That's not good. No, you guys can hear me? Rick M, maybe that was just an old one. No F? Okay. Good? Okay, let's continue then. I'm sorry about that. I really am. I'll figure something out, guys. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
Yeah, on Instagram.
So that's the ID that you have right there, the gift of eternal life. That's what that.
No, that's my private identification. Yeah. Thomas Humphrey. Yeah.
So when we run you in Minnesota, you can have a Minnesota license?
Nope, it's all canceled. I'm not even.
The way you said Minnesota was very Minnesota.
They say they're not even finding me in the computer.
When was the last time you mentioned you get pulled over quite a bit? When was the last time you got pulled over?
It's been a while actually. You know, you guys are the first ones, but I mean, I've been pulled over like. That's like why I'm so popular, because they pull me over all the time.
Well, at least you're humble.
You know what I'm saying? He's like not even trying to hear what I have to say, but a lot of people, a lot of officers are interested. They know I'm not just talking out the side of my mouth.
We have a job to do as well.
Right. You guys are hired to uphold public policy, which they're bad.
It's interesting how people like him and Cameron never seem to get that the cops don't agree with them or believe any of the stuff they're saying. It's like they warp the experience in their own mind to believe that they're being taken more seriously than they are.
They're actually liable, you know what I'm saying, when you contract. But I've sent in notice, I've sent in all the documentation canceling my contracts due to the lack of full disclosure on their end is my right to travel freely and unencumbered and unfettered on the common way of mankind during this time. That's Supreme Court justice who ruled since the 1800s. If it's the common way of travel during your time, it's a God-given, unalienable right. No government agency can restrict your freedom to travel.
They can restrict the means, and again, courts have upheld the state's rights to require licensing to operate vehicles on public roads multiple times. It is objectively, legally okay for them to do that as far as our system is concerned. Fennikagami says, also because I know this will tickle you, Matt Walsh called the Kid Rock show a big win that proved Kid Rock is objectively way more talented artist than Bad Bunny, without describing the show at all, like he probably didn't watch it, and maybe next time the NFL will line up patriotic country singers to appease them, which proves he didn't watch the Super Bowl because Carrie Underwood opened for the Super Bowl.
Minnesota, that was the last place you...
Yeah.
You're living out of your car now?
Yeah, I've been living on my car since COVID hit and all that.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So...
In terms of Massachusetts, when was the last time you pulled over in Massachusetts?
Never. I'm just visiting a friend here. I've been here for like 5 days.
From South Carolina, right?
No, I drove from South Carolina.
See, I also listened to everything he said.
Yeah, you were listening.
I heard everything.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we just had a flag raising ceremony for the 12 tribes of Israel, the United Nations of Israel, and in South Carolina there. So that's where I was coming from.
Why in the world did you do that in South Carolina?
We raise our flags in the dedication to the Most High.
Friends in Cambridgeshire?
Yep. Yep.
Boston.
A friend. Yeah. Well, he's right down the street from here. So.
We're looking to see if you still have a license in Minnesota. And how about the vehicle itself?
Minnesota.
Yeah, this is mine. I purchased the vehicle. Yeah, it's my private property.
All right. You're not going to show us the VIN. You're not going to.
No, it's my. I mean, it's my. Yep.
How do they not understand? Like, it's such an almost solipsistic thought that you think that it's enough for you to say, oh yeah, this is my car to prove you own the car. It implies that you don't understand any situation in which someone would lie about that. That's what the documentation is for, so you don't have to go based on people's word, because people lie all the time. So that's why you need the paperwork to prove that you own it. You can't just say you own it, otherwise everyone would say it if they were stealing it or didn't have the right to use it. It's just not how it works. Phoenix 2250 with a 15-stream streak says it's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Stannis on the Hannah Show tonight.
It's my right to privacy because everything in your system is all registered and it's all part of the agency. Yep, took off the sticker because dude, it's my right to privacy. If you guys have to legally violate my rights, and you're gonna do it on a live stream, and I'm telling you, it's
Profane Priestess says, because our state's a shit show, we're currently in the biggest measles epidemic the U.S. has had in 20 years. We're fucked down here. I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
On page 3 in our documentation, minimum penalties for trespassing upon American national rights are inherent natural rights, unwarranted pedestrian stops, $10,000 each incident, $5,000 for every 5 minutes illegally detained.
Okay.
If detained in handcuffs, it's $100,000 per incident, $10,000 for every 5 minutes detained after. A signed warrant must be present for an arrest to take place or a criminal act with an injured party. You guys must have reasonable articulate suspicion that I'm...
They do. You don't have a license plate, and they've further now discovered that you don't have a license or registration.
Committing a crime or probable cause in order to illegally detain me. So, you know, and we have a federal court case filed, which in case of one of your agents violate my rights, we're able to file claims against your liability bond. So, I mean, you're welcome to violate my rights if you want to, but I mean...
And tonight you're telling us that the car's unregistered, it's uninsured, and you have no license.
No, sir, it is insured. I'm trying to hand you my documents, okay, and you're refusing to take them. So
We have to verify it.
Yep.
That's how.
So this is official notice to what police department are you? Cambridge? All right, this is official notice to the Cambridge Police Department of my private capacity. Thank you. You've taken it. It becomes legally binding, and it is advantageous for you to read that.
Imagine if that's how contracts work. As soon as you're handed it, it's legally binding. You don't get to read it. You don't have to sign it. Just if you're handed it, there you go.
Yep, that's yours, sir. I have multiple copies. So it's advantageous for you to read that.
What about your vehicle? Is your vehicle insured?
Yes, that's my insurance right here. I'm bonded underneath our nation's silver bond, and it's for liability. The American national people of the creator. If you believe I violated any laws or rights, you have to contact.
So it's not registered. The vehicle's not registered anywhere.
It's in a private trust.
So it's not registered. Okay.
No, it's not. No, not registered, sir.
Tom, is that your name since you were born, or did you pick that name?
Yes, my
That's the
name.
you said, your
Thomas
birth
Edward
certificate?
Humphrey. Yeah.
You went to middle school, high school, that name?
Yes.
Okay.
I've canceled all my contracts.
Well, there's usually a record still. That's
Yeah.
you know.
When you, there's no such thing as you can't just expunge your record from a driver's license or anything else. So right now you're unregistered, you're uninsured, and you're unlicensed.
I've canceled all my contracts. It's a Black's Law definition of driving is to be engaged in commerce on public roads. I'm
No, it's not. And the one you're quoting from has been out of date for almost 100 years.
not a
Also, Black's Law Dictionary isn't legally binding. It's a reference dictionary. It says in it that it is not legally binding. It is not legally authoritative. It is just trying to be descriptive, as of the time of its writing, the best definitions for words in law as they see fit for the time.
commercial driver.
It is not some magical legally binding contract. It's not a law. It's a dictionary.
I'm a traveler, sir.
Good.
I mean, you're gonna take
I'll
it
take it, yeah. You're unlicensed and, right?
unregistered and uninsured. Yeah.
Can you step off on me, Thomas, please?
Wow, guys, I live in here, man. This is
With all due respect, I mean, with
Oh, is this his website? nationaltaskforce.org? Oh, God. Oh, no, it has like an AI assistant. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's such an ugly website. Oh, no, you guys can't see a lot of it. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. Oh, God. It's got like a little guy.
Hello? How can I help you today?
Oh, no. Look at him. He's just moving his hands too. Oh my God. Oh, he's blinking. Oh no. I hate it. Ah. Wait, you can type at him. Hello. Wow, this is taking a while to process. Oh, this is inconvenient. Why would you put this on your web?
Hello, how can I assist you with your registration?
You're scary.
I don't know, I'm sorry.
Dillis Miller says, congratulations, you won! What if I won? Horror. Just horror. Oh. This is an ugly ass website, though. I'll save this and we can maybe go through it sometime. About us. Oh no. Oh, they have a whole video. I don't know what the music is, so I'm pretty afraid to play that. Oh, it's just a bunch of images. The NATF is a decentralized national network of patriotic men and women who have realized that peace and prosperity is derived from good people creating and managing good government. We realize that for too long we have outsourced our government functions to nefarious factions who are corrupted by outside influence which are contrary to the beneficial interests of the people. They don't mean, like, billionaires, though. They just mean judges they don't like, it seems like. That's not great. Ooh, jobs. Should we apply for a job there? Oh, a debt consultant. There's no way they're legally giving advice on debt. Oh, God. Oh, the guy's...
Hello?
No!
How can I help you today?
Go away! He's following me between the pages. Okay, let's finish up this video and then we'll move on to the next
We're
one.
treating respectfully and like you said, fines and penalties and everything's in here. So.
Fenekagami says, in other news, ICE is now threatening to arrest people for following and recording them, which good luck with that. But the frustrating thing is, how many people just accept that they can do that? I've multiple times had to ask the question, explain how following a federal agent who's a public servant is a crime. They aren't allowed to do secret arrests and hit a brick wall. It kind of feels like MAGA people know this shit isn't legal, but wish it was. I mean, if they get away with it, it's legal. So, that's the nature of things.
What's that?
We're treating you with all due respect and whatnot, but step up, please.
So what are you guys, just towing my vehicle?
We're going to talk to you about it. Step up.
Alright. See, sometimes it just, you know, they won't listen to you, but they've been put on notice, though, so.
We appreciate the respect.
Do you have any weapons on you or anything? No, sir. Okay, do you mind just face a cop for me?
This car was hit by a motor vehicle that was trying to make
Again, you've been respectful. We appreciate that.
Yeah. Why am I being put under arrest, though?
Because you are driving unlicensed, sir. You're driving an unregistered vehicle and you're driving an uninsured vehicle, okay? Do you have anything in your pocket you're going to poke or stick with?
No, sir.
Okay. Do me a favor, walk back here in front of my car.
Can you fix this hand? It's like stuck.
Is there anything in the vehicle?
No, sir.
Would you like your phone? Would you like your phone?
Yes, please, and I need my manila envelope.
All these papers
Yeah.
in the phone? What else would you like to take?
People in that car.
Charger.
Appreciate you.
And that's his first arrest. So a little bit later, in August of 2023, here's another interaction with the cops. The first little bit is silent because his phone's audio is fucked up, so I'll have to skip ahead a little bit. The officer threatens to arrest him if he doesn't sign citations.
Hey, I'm just
This is my supervisor.
How's it going, guys?
Over here.
I'm just a constant.
Over here on the sidewalk.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So this is what you're being cited for. This the identification that you provided me.
Okay.
Your caravan doesn't come back registered anywhere
Right. Yeah.
because you chose not to. So you're being cited for no insurance, unregistered vehicle on the highway, and being an unlicensed driver.
All right.
Okay. And for that, I need your signature right here.
Okay. Do I get a copy of my signature?
Of course, if you want that.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, he signed it UCC 1308, all rights reserved. So he didn't sign his name. Sovereign citizens do that because they think it allows them to sign things without giving up any of their rights. It doesn't mean anything. It's just he didn't sign a signature.
According to Rocket Lawyer, but being forced, pressured, or tricked into
No, you weren't.
signing a contract goes
My van and everything, you know.
Sorry, that
may invalidate a
robot
contract.
voice is annoying me. I gotta skip past it.
Yeah, I actually have an email ready for you guys, so I'll send it out to you. Yeah, I took a picture of my van in front of the post office just so you guys got the description of my van and everything, you know. Yeah, just in front of the post office with my license plate, and it says Sonora with the zip code. That way
That's
you guys
gonna get so towed.
know I'm in the area, and just in good faith,
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just so you know, I don't know if Officer Polito told you.
Here's where the one with your signature, okay?
Okay, yep.
Now, because your vehicle is unregistered and you're unlicensed, I cannot let you drive. So, your car is going to be impounded.
Oh, sir, I live in there. I'm homeless. I live in my van, sir. I literally.
That's the best reason to make sure you have a registration and insurance and a license. I feel for you. I really do. I have sympathy for anyone who's forced to live in their vehicle. But, like, holy shit, maybe you shouldn't be doing the sovereign citizen thing then.
Literally live in my
So you
van.
understand the importance of having your vehicle.
Yeah, but
You need to get a license and a registration and insurance.
I do have insurance. I have I'm bonded. I'm bonded underneath my nation's bond number. If you could. Okay.
His nation's bond number makes me think it's not a real bond. Before I was like, you can, I think in some states, get like bonded instead of having traditional insurance. But I'm talking about his nation, kind of making me worry that the insurance isn't real.
You had vehicle registration and license is absolutely mandatory to be driving in any states in the United States.
You've taken an oath to protect and defend.
Is that the secret bond he thinks we all have? Well, they think we have a secret trust account, which is different. And he called it a silver bond. He didn't call it the SDK Trust or whatever. So I don't think he's talking about that fictional thing.
The Constitution, sir?
Yes, sir.
It's my Fifth Amendment right to privacy, and also you cannot deprive me of my property without due process.
This is due process here.
This is not correct due process.
Here's your copy of your citation. Okay. I'm going to give you back your documents that you
Okay.
have.
Can I grab my backpack and my?
We're going to let you, because you have a lot of personal belongings in there, I'm going to let you retrieve all of that. But let me give you back here all of this as well. Okay? Now, just let me know what is it that you're going to be getting out of the vehicle.
I need.
Profane Priestess says, in light of aforementioned measles outbreak and RFK Jr. being an open AIDS denialist, it seems we have pestilence. The Venezuela and Iran stuff means we have conquest. Suppose we should keep an eye out for famine and death riding after. You know what? If this was the end of the world, pretty good run. Pretty good. Well, we built civilization, developed agriculture, made the pyramids. I don't know, that's pretty good. There's some pretty good stuff in there.
My shoes.
Just ignore the bad stuff. The world wars, not our proudest moment, you know? Oh, at least not Germany's, you know.
I need
Well, for the second one. First one was a general clusterfuck.
my clothes. I'm gonna grab some
Yeah, we got to the moon.
pants, my backpack, and my, so.
Okay, let's go ahead and get all that stuff out.
Okay. Believe this, dude. But thank you for letting me get my stuff, sir.
Speaking of the end of the world, this is kind of random, but I have a new obsession, and it's the play Mr. Burns, a post-electric play. If you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. It's really interesting. You should check it out. It's a play in 3 acts, and the premise is it's the end of the world, basically, or the end of civilization. All the power plants and the power grid is going down, and a group of survivors recounts an episode of The Simpsons to each other to keep themselves comfortable and sane, even though everything's going crazy around them. Then the second act is 7 years later, and they've become a traveling theater troupe that reenacts episodes of The Simpsons in the post-apocalypse, and then it cuts to 75 years later in the third act, and it shows what that play has become and how oral tradition has, like, shifted the narrative and introduced new narratives into the plot that sort of coincide with the traumas that people have gone through. It's kind of a meta-narrative about the nature of storytelling, and it's enjoyable. I really like it. Anyway, Fenekagami says, for anyone who needs to know, law enforcement's lack of right to privacy is so great that technically it's not illegal to out an undercover officer, provided you didn't access classified information to do so. That's why law enforcement is so hush-hush about their undercover work. Technically, there are no consequences for outing them, while that and undercover cops tend to do crimes.
I really appreciate it.
Sir, can I just ask?
Yeah, I saw they're trying to make a movie on that Mr. Burns play, and I don't know how they're gonna do that, because Disney owns The Simpsons, and, like, they've gotten away with it in theater, and it is transformative. I don't think it should be a legal issue for them, but I'm worried that Disney is going to throw a fit. So we'll see what happens. And the story isn't as good if they switch it out with a fictional show, so.
Ask you one thing. For if you can grab your shoes that you want from this side, and then everything we're going to get from the other side. Since
Okay.
it looks like you're just reaching on that side anyways.
Okay,
So that traffic over here can flow.
Yeah,
and
no
you're-
worries. Yeah.
What was it called? Mr. Burns, a post-electric play.
And I can have you
I'll put it over here.
safe.
If you want to learn more about it, Kyle Kalgren of Brows Held High, that's a YouTube channel, did a video essay on it too that's pretty good.
On the other side,
Yeah,
away
no
from
worries.
traffic. Do you need anything from right here?
Let's score my change, actually. Okay.
So his car gets towed. Next, real quick, let's see him trying to go into court and live stream. It doesn't go well. And then we'll catch up and see what happens after he tries to get his vehicle out of impound without permission.
So you guys want to violate my rights on a It's not recording. This is a public live feed.
Let's step out.
All right, they are removing me from this courtroom today, and you guys will be getting
been asked to be removed. You haven't been asked to
right. They are physically taking me out of here. Listen, guys, you cannot do that. You guys will be getting
cannot use any electronic device inside the courtroom. Right now, you're just...
Come here, I'll show you the rules. They're right over here. They're posted.
Do not touch me, sir.
They're right on the wall.
Yeah, those are rules. This is a public courtroom. If you are not able to do something on a live feed, you guys are up to no good. If you can't do what you are doing in your public capacity on a live feed, you should not be doing what you're doing.
Now you're going to have to lower your voice because we're going to try and have court in.
Right, I want everybody to hear
Let's go
this
downstairs
though.
and be
Because
loud.
that is the law, guys. I am an investigator, and you guys are
devices allowed inside the courtroom.
That's what you say. This is a public. You're in your public capacity right now. I can record every action, word, and
Not
deed that you
inside
do.
the courtroom, you
Yes,
cannot.
I can.
No, you cannot.
Well, that's going to change.
Great.
That will
Go
change.
get it changed.
Okay? Come back when you change it. Right now, legally, courts can prevent you from filming inside the courtroom, and they usually do. They'll often accept media requests if you'd like to film or something. That doesn't mean they're going to allow you to necessarily. Usually you'd have to be someone in the gallery and not the defendant to do that, but you could at least request it. But no, you don't have an automatic right to film in the courtroom.
And this is the start of it. And I'm not being combative. I'm telling you guys the law. This is a public courtroom, and we are going to change that. You guys just assaulted me on camera on a live feed. You cannot do that. This is a public courtroom, and I came in here peacefully. You guys are telling me to muzzle my face. It's against my religious beliefs to do that. This is a public courtroom. You need to make accommodations for people who do not wear masks. That's period.
Oh, he's complaining about mask requirements because I think this was still during when we were doing, like, masks and stuff for COVID.
We've been told that
I'm shocked that he's an anti-vax or anti-masker. I'm shocked, and probably an anti-vaxxer too.
the mask mandate will be lifted July 6th.
Okay, well, until July 6th. It's a mandate. It's not true law,
It's
sir.
a judicial order that's issued by the
Exactly,
state.
which can be disregarded by the public because it is a mandate, not true law.
It's a judicial order, and you're in a courthouse. The courts have wide leniency in things that they get to enforce within their spaces. So a lot of state courts, they're like highest courts in the state, made determinations about this and set policies within the courtrooms that required you to wear a mask in the courthouse. They're allowed to do that. Fenekagami with 40 bits says, On the plus side, I've been watching Silent Hill Ascension, an audience interactive game from a while ago. They call it a game, but it's more a tell-your-own-adventure long movie. Silent Hill knowledge is not necessary. They don't adhere to the lore at all. It's a chaotic, monotoned mess of a horror experience that is the Room level of incoherence. So I'm enjoying it in a very so bad it's good way. Sounds fun.
I completely disregard that. It's
How do Sobsits view ICE? I have not seen them comment on it. Surprisingly enough, I've not really seen them comment on it at all. Dillis Filler says a mandate is not a law. It's the time when two dudes go to dinner.
not law. It is
A court order can still be enforced.
if it's a proper court order. It's not a proper court order, sir. So you just
Because he says so, and he knows everything. Terradona says, sir, there's a thing called contempt of court that you can be charged with if you keep disregarding the court's rules.
denied me access to a public courtroom, which is my courtroom. I came here to observe the violation.
Following what the judge has asked us to enforce.
Okay, so I came here to observe the judge violating people's rights. Okay, I'm here to observe and witness the corruption that's taking place right now, and you just assaulted me, or he has assaulted me, and has physically removed me from a courtroom. You know that's a violation of people's rights.
Let's have the conversation downstairs. You're too loud out here in the hall. Cell phone on? Yes. Thank you. Go ahead.
Anyways, that's the stance I'm taking, and you guys will be
You've
getting.
only been asked to leave at this point. You haven't been arrested or anything.
I haven't done anything to be arrested.
Absolutely. Have a nice day.
Right. All right, guys. Anyways, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm telling
If
you.
you'd like one, they're available down at the...
I will not bow, dude. That is an order from Satan. You guys are bowing to
It's an order from Satan.
other gods. You're
Wow, Satan's like weirdly conscious about public health.
bowing to Satan right now
Downstairs.
and obeying this mask mandate, which is not true law.
I know. Downstairs.
Anyways, guys, I refuse to wear a mask and muzzle my face because they say so. And this is what we're taking a stance.
It's literally not muzzling you. You can talk with a mask on, you psycho. What are you talking about? It's literally just to block your spit.
Against the corruption in this courtroom. Well, we got another investigator in there documenting it, so that was the plan. He's gonna put a mask on, and she rode with me too. Thank you, sister, for riding with me. You know, she agrees. She agrees with the mask mandate. She's like, I'm coming with you. They cannot do that. This is a public. It is a public court, and these mask mandates are completely unconstitutional. So.
Is this in Maine? I'm not sure. He travels around, so.
To document that, guys. I'm sorry. I'm taking a stance to it, and thank you, sister. She did it with me, and dude, I'm telling you, I just seen everybody up there trembling. Don't piss this judge off. Listen, no, we need to stand up, and I'm telling you, instead of bowing to them, we need to stand up, guys.
The judge doesn't even come out and say for herself
There-
what she wants. She has someone else come out and talk for her.
Yeah. There was like 12 of us. And I'm telling you, I couldn't stand it any longer. It's just so ridiculous. They can't make
I couldn't stand it any longer. You got kicked out.
us all leave.
Why are you acting like you chose to leave? They kicked you out.
They can't arrest us all. I mean, the most that would happen today would
12? You think they can't arrest 12 people? Yes, they could.
court wouldn't,
If it called for it, they could absolutely arrest 12 people.
they wouldn't hold their court case. But, you know, it's not going to affect her. I told them I'm an investigator and observer of the court today. You know, but we have another investigator in there. He said he was willing to wear a mask. So he's going to take notice of the corruption.
Oh, you're fine with him doing the orders of Satan then? That's interesting. You seemed very, like, upset about it earlier, about it being bowing to Satan, but I guess your friend does it. It's fine.
Taking place in the court.
Is he allowed to film? He's not supposed to, no.
Courtroom, but so stay tuned for more, guys. We're not going to tolerate this, I promise. We just need more people to stand up to this bogus. This is bogus. All of it is bogus, but more soon.
Jesus Christ. All right, so this is something. So after his car was impounded, he decided it would be a good idea to go to the impound lot, get in the car, and call the cops and say that his car was stolen. It wasn't stolen, it was impounded legally, but he decided to try and do a sit-in in his impounded vehicle.
So I'm pushing this cart, pick up my stuff. I just reached the Sonora city limits. I got about 0.7 miles to go until I get to Vic's Towing. Hallelujah. I reached the impasse. There's no way through this, you know.
That sucks.
It's pretty dangerous to try to make it through this part of the road here because there's no sidewalk. Barely anything on this side either.
I'm gonna skip till when he gets to the place. There we go.
Vic's Towing. Thieves with a license to steal. What the reality is, guys, tow truck companies are thieves with a license to steal.
Hey, how can I help ya?
Hello, I'm here. Come get my stuff out the white van there.
Yeah, and then I need another ID. The new
All
day.
right. Yep. It's
I'll give you a little for just a moment. Thank you.
dangerous getting over that road there. There's like impacts.
Yeah, people are wild out here. Let me
Yeah.
get a copy and I'll be right back.
All right, thank you.
you.
All right, he's gonna move it forward for me so I can
Towing companies are pretty sus a lot of the time. I don't disagree with that.
get my stuff.
I've heard some pretty shitty stories, and I've seen some YouTube videos about some really fucked up towing companies doing jacked up stuff.
Pops right off.
Fenekagami with 40-bit says, to paint an image for people, there are at least two moms who are the main characters, and they consistently make, this is about the Silent Hill thing, and they consistently make the worst decisions for their kids. One straight up abandons her daughter, or maybe a ghost version of her during one of the horror scenes. Then later, when the daughter shows up, her daughter is scared of her, and she gets offended when people suggest that maybe she isn't the best person to be around her daughter. She's so bad, the cult almost seems to be safer for the kid. Another good reason I shouldn't be a parent, and would never have a kid, is because if I was presented in a situation with a ghost, I don't know if I'd grab the kid first either. It's a spooky ghost.
Off every time.
You gotta do the Scooby-Doo running in place thing, and then you there's like a puff of smoke and you disappear. Spoopy ghost.
Still runs good. No reason why it wouldn't, you know, but... Thanks, man. And now it's just grabbing the things that mean the most to me. One being these license plates. Or not license plates, they're just plates, but I made history with these, so definitely taking those with me. You know, who would have thought that We the People plates could you know what I'm saying, it's such a violation to this system of slavery that, you know, just putting those plates on there stirs the pot like crazy.
It doesn't stir the pot, it just signals to them that you're driving illegally. They're not, like, mad at you personally, necessarily, though I imagine they get annoyed with your whole shtick. But, like, they're not personally upset with you when they're pulling you over. Maybe just a little annoyed they have to deal with a sovereign citizen. It's not a bold political statement you're making. Oh my god, he's putting his fake license plate back on the car. Oh no, he's grabbing it. Okay.
Back in the Freedom Wagon, guys. Feels like home. But I'm grateful they're letting me get my stuff out. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to get the things that matter the most to me. And, you know, the rest is replaceable. Truly. But I'm not ever gonna bow. Okay. God is gonna fight my battles for me, and if God is for you, who can be against you, right?
God says get a driver's license.
I'm gonna share with you guys what happened the last time a tow truck company tried to keep my van for 7 months. I haven't even shared that with you guys yet. God, I'm telling you, I marvel at my Father. I'm not kidding.
Rick M says, what would be your Scooby snack that would convince you to do the scary thing? Cheese, probably.
So,
little chunks of cheese.
I'm interested to see what's gonna happen this time, because I truly believe that I'm gonna be able to keep my van, even though they unlawfully seized possession.
What kind, though? A variety. I don't have any in specific. Colby Jack is good. I like sharp cheddar. Parmesan or Parmesan Reggiano, very good.
You know, illegally, so they pretty much stole it. That's what they did.
Mimolette's good.
But I'm interested to see what my father's gonna do about it, because he's gonna.
I like goat
do
cheese.
something about it. That's for sure. No doubt about it. Hallelujah. Oh man, what is that? Okay. I need to keep that.
Oh yeah, Gouda's good.
Amen.
We're not in the business of taking cars. We're in the business of towing a van. Unfortunately, we have to unless CHP gives us a release.
Yeah. It sucks, man, but you know.
Unfortunately, our hands are tied by them.
Yeah, I see that, and I don't fault you guys either, because you know that's the abuse of police power. They're the one putting the hold on it and enforcing you guys. Otherwise, I would have got it out. I would have just had it towed out, or would have paid you guys the 1-day fee.
Yeah,
got it out.
That's the big issue right there. Is it's not a matter of we want your vehicle.
Yeah,
because we don't want anybody's car. We're not in the business of taking cars. We're in the business of towing cars.
Yeah. Contracted by the government, right?
The Highway Patrol calls us, and we're on their list, and that means we have to do what they ask.
And you said so. I asked, how much are the Highway Patrol involved in your guys' lien sale? How much are they involved in that process?
For the lien sale process, they state that they set the value of the vehicle that we're towing.
Yeah.
And that deciphers the term of the lien sale, whether it's a lien sale for a car that's valued for nothing or a car that's valued for $100,000.
Right.
The Highway Patrol puts a value on it, or the owner of the vehicle puts their value on it.
Okay.
But the Highway Patrol, by law, we are required to start a lien sale within 72 hours of the car coming to our yard.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes. So there's nothing we can do. It's not even the Highway Patrol. It's something that we have to do.
So he's being informed that they have to sell the vehicle after a certain point. I think this is probably what triggers him to call the police, because he's very concerned about losing his vehicle. Understandably, it's his home. I feel empathy for him, I really do. But he's refusing to do anything that would allow him to get this out. He has enough followers that you'd think if he really needed to, he could ask for help getting the registration. Although I guess he'd probably lose a lot of followers then, because it's antithetical to his whole belief system. But still, this is not the right way to do this.
Okay, so the Highway Patrol sets the value of the vehicle, and then what does that have to do with the lien though? Because I know you guys put the lien because you guys are owed money, right?
Well, yes, but there's different values. So based on the Highway Patrol's evaluation, it depends on if the car is valued at $20,000, or if the car is valued at $2,000.
Right. So say if it's valued at $18,000, like mine is. Okay. What amount of lien do you put on it, or what's the problem?
So it's not a matter of the amount of the lien. It's just the type of lien that's put on it. So it's still the same thing though. I mean, it's just a lien put on the vehicle that the owner of the vehicle is required to deal with, technically speaking. You understand? I mean,
so what does the value have to do with the lien?
You hope he doesn't lose his home? I hope so too, but I think he did.
That's the
In his most recent arrest, he's on a scooter.
only thing that the Highway Patrol has to do with the lien. They don't have anything to do with it.
Okay, what percentage of the sale, after you lien sale it, what percentage does the highway patrol get?
Nothing.
They don't get anything?
No.
Okay.
No, there's no compensation to the highway patrol.
What percentage do you guys pay the county?
I couldn't even begin to tell you if
you guys pay the county though, right? Because you're contracted with the county, so you obviously pay the county, right?
Well, we have a use permit, but that's with the city, not the county.
Right, but you
I mean,
per vehicle
we pay taxes and everything. But
right, but per vehicle that the California Highway Patrol impounds, you pay the county, right?
No.
Per vehicle.
You think you remember the scooter video? We haven't watched it before. It's new.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out that.
But you may have seen it elsewhere. Came out in the last month, I think.
Of the relationship between you guys, because you know, depending on.
So the way it works is the Highway Patrol has a list, they call it a rotation list.
Yeah. Okay.
And what it is tow companies go on it, and as they stop cars that are required to be impounded.
Hey, Freight from the A, how's it going?
Call tow companies off that list.
Okay.
And just go through it.
And if you guys don't do what the police say, you guys get taken off rotation, right?
No, we just get passed on that one. So we can pass it. We can say no, we don't want to tow it.
Right, but when does that happen? Never.
It does, but it's not. I mean, it's not often based on the fact that there's only 2 companies on it.
Right. So say if you guys were to release my vehicle to me, that's not obeying the police, right?
Exactly.
And they
Correct.
would take you off for rotation for that, right? They wouldn't call you guys.
We would definitely be reprimanded.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that gives more clarity on the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So.
It's like he thinks he's unraveling some conspiracy. No, they're just following the agreement that they made with the city or the state or whatever.
Understand where you're coming from, as opposed to, I mean, this is all of your belongings.
I live in here, man.
We don't
so,
want to take your stuff from you. By any means.
I appreciate that much, man. So, yeah, man, we'll see how things work out, man. I anticipate getting my van back, but if not, it's replaceable, man.
Well, best of luck, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Round 3. Fight!
Oh boy. Oh, and here's where he calls the cops. Ugh.
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah,
Palmy County was a transfer. This gentleman's at Vic's Towing, said he found a stolen vehicle. He's sitting in it, and he wants us there to release it. Go ahead, please, sir. Okay.
Yep. So.
North Police Department.
Hi, this is Thomas Humphrey calling. I located my stolen vehicle, and I'm
Again, it's not stolen. It has been legally impounded.
sitting in it right now, and I need the sheriff's department to come out here to validate ownership. And
you don't have a registration. How could they validate ownership?
I need them to come out to release, because they're holding my vehicle illegally. So
it's not illegally. He's just lying.
I have proof of ownership.
And also, he wants the sheriff's department, as you know, because sovereign citizens believe the sheriffs are the highest authority in any given county and that they are on their side and know the secret true law.
And you know, they're holding it illegally, so I'm not leaving my van until I get a sheriff to come out here.
What's your name, sir?
Thomas Humphrey.
Okay. Do you know what your license plate number is?
It's not registered. I don't register my property to the government.
Imagine being this 911 dispatcher. Wouldn't you just be like, oh god, this is a waste of my time?
Okay. All right, Thomas, are you inside the gated area?
Yeah, I'm inside my van right now. The gate's open, and my van is partially, the nose is outside of the gated area. But I'm not leaving my van until you guys come up here and get them to release my vehicle to me. So he's closing the gate. I'm not gonna.
All right, Thomas.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna take my van from here, because you know I'm not gonna do anything that you guys consider to be criminal. I'm not leaving my property.
That you guys consider to be criminal is a great turn of phrase.
Yep.
We'll be out there in just a little bit, okay? Can you guys hang tight for a minute?
Yep, no worries. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Thomas. Bye.
Why does he think that they're gonna be on his side?
I don't know what else to do, man. You know, I mean, and look, I'm a peaceful inhabitant, dude. I don't wish no harm upon no one. I just want my property back, man. That's all. You know, you guys have Yeah, no, the van is my property.
The van is being held by law enforcement.
Yep, right,
They hold on the vehicle.
right.
What I was informed of.
Yep, unlawfully though.
If you're trying to cause an issue, I can just ask you politely to walk out of the gate.
Well, this is I'm not leaving my property until I get.
I can ask you politely, can you please leave the premises?
Yeah, I know, I understand. You can ask me. You can ask me.
This is private property.
Yep.
I can ask you to leave the premises.
Right. Well, I'm gonna wait for officers to come so that I have proof of ownership right here, and I just need.
He's got a binder. That's legally binding because it's a binder and it's binding. That's something, right? Profane Priestess says, did you see Nick Cage has been cast as Spider Noir? I did see that. It's a little weird they're not calling him Spider-Man, but, like, it's fine. I don't know. I feel like such a boomer saying this. I'm just getting old, probably. But a lot of new shows don't feel like TV shows. They feel like content. And I'm really afraid it's going to be just another content show where it's like 8 episodes and things are too stretched out and it doesn't really flow correctly. I felt this way. Oh no, F? Dang it. Is that an F from other people too, or is that just Zytam? Hello? No, it's good? No F? Okay, thank goodness. Okay. Glad it's a Zytam. I felt this way about Fallout Season 2 and a little bit about Fallout Season 1, but I felt it a lot in Season 2, that it just felt like, I don't know how to describe it other than content, as opposed to a TV show. And I still enjoyed it for what it is. It's just, I don't know if I'll ever rewatch it. I'll watch the new seasons as they come out, but I don't know. There's just something about it.
I need them to validate ownership because I have not seen anything from you guys stating that you.
Rick M with 120 stream streaks says, I plan to protest on Monday, President's Day. New sign will say, impeach and imprison. Nice. Hope that goes well.
Own my vehicle, which I was told you guys do. So I'm going to need you guys to present that or, you know, whatever in comparison.
Oh yeah, Nick Cage was good in the Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah.
I can ask you politely to please leave through the gated area. So please leave the gated area.
Well, I'm not leaving my property until the police come.
Own the property.
Yeah.
You can please leave the gated area.
I'm not leaving my van. This is my property. So I'm not leaving my van until the police come and validate ownership because
Please leave
no.
the gated area.
I'm waiting on law enforcement. Yep.
Yes, he does not want to
Because
leave
you're
his
attacking
vehicle.
him.
I'm attacking him?
You don't want to let him out. That's what
Well.
dispatch just informed us.
Okay.
I never said that, but I'm just you guys won't let me leave with my property. Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, he does not want to.
I just want my van back, guys. That's all. I just.
Then you need to go through the process to get it back. There is a spelled out process for that. You can't just steal it. This is effectively stealing.
Right.
In that position, you have not registered it.
Yeah, I know. I understand. From what I've been informed by one of your constituents is that you guys have taken legal possession through a lien sale.
A lien sale on it because we don't really have to. So within 72 hours, a lien sale was filed, which makes it lien sale cleared. That makes it so that we now legally own it.
You guys legally you unlawfully seized possession of my property.
You could take that up with law enforcement. They had it towed. We didn't unlawfully do anything.
Right. Well, so.
Law enforcement had us come pick this up.
Yeah.
It's on them. Like,
Yeah. Right. Well,
for
was.
lawfulness, you cannot say anything about the law when you don't want to follow the law.
Well, I am following the
These are
law.
my laws, but you want me to follow them for you.
Well, no, man. I'm not. I'm just exercising my right to privacy. Is all. I don't have to contract with the government. They're trying to force me. Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is,
This is a conversation
He has this attitude where he thinks he's so right. It's like he's not registering the frustration other people have towards him. It's like he thinks if he can just explain it to them, they'll totally get it and they'll totally be on his side, is the attitude he has. And it's frustrating. Again, I don't understand how anyone can be in a position like this and not question if they're right. Like, I'm not saying in every situation where you're outnumbered that inherently means you're wrong, but don't you, like, at least question everyone else around you being mad at you, or everyone else around you, like, telling you you're wrong? You never once go, wait a minute, am I right? Should I double check this?
At this moment,
This is, I'm
very gracious, and he let you come back to get the rest of your stuff out of the
Amen.
vehicle.
And I'm
You
truly
did
grateful.
not have to do that.
Yeah, and I'm grateful. I'm desperate.
Literally holding this man up from doing his job, which is helping people broke down on the side of the road.
Well, this is I live in here. So, you know, I feel like
You should have followed the law and registered the vehicle.
I feel like I'm home right now and I don't want to leave my home. You know, I'm
Oh, that makes it legal then. It has nothing to do with it.
and I'm desperate too. This is like my last desperate attempt to try to get my property back, you know? So, I mean, I'm under duress and I don't know what else to do. Not until the police get here. I'm trying to. Yeah. I've already called the police. I'm in my property right now. So, I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just sitting here. I'm recording this whole thing and right, I need to live in this is my property. Exactly. Sir, so you know what I'm saying? You see how exactly, man, that's all I'm saying, dude. So yep. And you're doing it by assisting me right now.
You're not wanting to get out of the van, which is on private property, and it was impounded by the police agencies.
Yeah. I mean, look, after I leave, you know I'm going to leave here today because the police are going to make me leave. You guys,
Then why are you doing this?
you guys, huh?
I also need to go back to work that are helping disable vehicles and people sitting on the side of the road.
Yeah, I have a scheduled time to be in Missouri as well. So it's we're actually gathering together to serve God, and so I have appointed time to be in Missouri on the 29th.
Oh man, you probably shouldn't have made those plans when you didn't have a vehicle.
So you guys are highly hindering me from serving my God. As
This isn't other people's problem.
well, you know, it's appointed Holy Feast Day. You know, so I'm just saying this whole situation is, yeah, I know. I'm just saying the whole situation is, and
Unstable Deadbeat says, are you allowed to live in your vehicle? Like, I get people do it and have no choice, but can you just say to authorities that you're living in your vehicle and it'll allow you to do it? I don't think it's necessarily literally illegal, but the problem is finding a place to park where you're not going to get, like, told to move along. So I don't think it's illegal, but it's one of those things where you're still probably going to get harassed by the cops about it, even if you have no other choice. So.
and I'm desperate because you guys can literally sell my vehicle at any time, at any moment.
Overthought says, I don't know, my guy. I'm just saying maybe this is a sign God doesn't want your help.
Yeah.
All right, I understand you called.
Yep.
What's going on,
So, this is my private property.
Okay.
I've never registered it to the government, so it gives you guys or VIX Towing no jurisdiction over it. It's private property. And the Fourth Amendment protects my right to privacy, and we shall not be deprived of our life, liberty, or property without due process of law.
Okay.
So in them taking my property, I'm desperate too, man. I'm under duress right now, and I feel like I'm back home. Look at my mattress. I live in here. Okay, everything I own is in here. I travel, and I've been living here for 3 years. Okay, so I don't know what else to do. I've tried to.
The legal system is completely cold to your suffering. I need to put that out there. Even though it actually sucks what this guy is going through, even though it's his own fault, I'm sure he is actually suffering. The legal system does not care. You cannot make an emotional argument that you're suffering due to your actions and expect them to go, oh, okay, well then the law doesn't apply to you. That's not how it works.
You know, get them to release my vehicle. I talked to CHP. They won't take a complaint of you know what I'm saying, because they consider this to be lawful. But where's my due process? You know, you understand due process?
I do.
Yeah, that means I have a right to be heard before you guys can deprive me of my property. I have a right to a hearing. I have a right to present evidence. I have a right to cross-examine witnesses. I have a right to appeal a decision before I can be deprived of my property. That is basic understanding of law. Where is justice? Are you a law enforcement officer? Where is the law at in this? I have due process rights. I demand due process right now. Where's my due process before you guys can take my property from me? And they've already filed a lien sale, and they said they can legally sell my property whenever they want to. That is a violation of. I'm sorry. That is a violation of due process.
Okay. So how did your vehicle get here in the first place?
I was pulled over by the California Highway Patrol.
Okay. How long ago was that?
August 8th.
August 8th?
Yeah.
Okay. What did they pull you over for?
Because I have We the People license plates. It's a constitutional license plate with the Constitution. So
You didn't have a license plate. You had a fraudulent license plate. The way he phrases things.
We the People with an American flag on it, which you guys taken an oath to protect and defend.
Okay.
So, you know, that's why he pulled me over, because he said I didn't have proper license plates on there.
Okay. So basically, long story short is it got towed for not being registered.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And then you said you already contacted CHP.
And they refused to take my complaint. I called the sheriff's department because obviously there's a conflict of interest. And
Yeah, there's a video of him that he edited together of him calling around to different police agencies, the highway patrol, the state police, the sheriffs, and him bouncing between them and like trying to get them to do something. And of course they don't, because they legally impounded his vehicle. Maybe we'll watch that in some future stream. It's in him interacting with more cops, so it's interesting.
Filing a complaint with the responsible party. So they refused to come out, and they sent the California Highway Patrol.
So we can't take a complaint for another agency, right? So I can take a complaint for my agency as a supervisor for the sheriff's office comes out, takes a complaint for them. A supervisor will come out for CHP and take a complaint for the California Highway Patrol.
Right, but what happens when someone violates their their bounds of authority? They've stepped outside of their bounds. They no longer have immunity from the law. That means I can hold them liable in their personal capacity.
Right, and then that's when it comes into the civil proceedings, right? The civil court hearings.
Right.
And so that's kind of the avenue that we're in right now.
Right. So
you're disagreeing with your car getting towed.
Exactly. So the civil proceedings. Why is my vehicle in lawful possession of them, and they can sell it now?
So,
we haven't even gone through anything yet. We haven't gone through the process of due process in order for them to lawfully take possession of my vehicle.
So I'm not going to speak to the tow company because I'm not well versed in once a vehicle gets towed by us and then it becomes, a vehicle that is stored because it was not legally driven on the road. And then once that goes into the lien sale process, I don't know those ins and outs. So I don't want to speak to that and give you wrong information.
Right.
So,
but you see what I'm saying though? Where is the connection? That's a major disconnect. If California Highway Patrol is responsible for towing it and putting it in impound and putting a hold on it, they should not be able to move forward until due process is lawful. I have not been heard in court at all. I have not been able to present evidence or anything. And I was told by them that they could sell my vehicle at any time, at any moment. So that is why I'm inside my home right now, and I'm not leaving until a law enforcement officer verify I have evidence. This is what I need to present to you. That is legal ownership. That is my bill of sale from the dealership. I am the lawful owner of this vehicle.
Okay, that's not registration, and again, it was legally impounded, so it's not your vehicle right now.
And they're saying that they own it now.
Let me give you this information. So I have no authority to release this vehicle because I am not the agency and the authority that towed the vehicle. So the only person or the only people that can allow this vehicle to be released from here would be the California Highway Patrol.
Okay,
I have no authority to say I'm going to release your vehicle to you and let you drive away.
I understand. So my hands are tied. Can you please have the sheriff's department come out here? Because
I can ask the California Highway Patrol.
No, I need the
sheriff's office is not going to come out. They're going to advise you that this is a civil matter between the tow company and yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
And so the only person, like I said, the only person that can give any sort of authority to release this vehicle would be the California Highway Patrol. I don't have that authority in the sheriff's office.
Why can't he pay the lot and get his vehicle? I'm pretty sure multiple reasons. He's living in his vehicle. He probably doesn't have enough money to pay to get it out, frankly. He also, I think, in order to get it out before they'll release it to you, require you to have it registered and insured and everything. And he's certainly not going to do that. So
doesn't have that authority. Only the originating agency.
Right, but do you see the conflict of interest? Like if I was a criminal and I had an organization.
They're also a state agency.
Yeah,
they
right.
They have an oversight committee.
Yeah, right.
So
But
any complaint that's going to be reviewed by an oversight committee to see if this is founded or unfounded. There's a whole process. We have to report to the state. Everything is out in the open, right? So SB2 came out and it made it to where if there's complaints that has to be of certain nature, those are reported to Sacramento, to Post, which is our certifying agency. And then they can look into that and say, hey, this investigation was done properly or this investigation wasn't done properly. So there is oversight.
Right. So my biggest thing right now is I don't want my property to be sold. They can literally sell it at any time. So is there, because I've already talked to the California Highway Patrol and they said they have nothing to do with the lien sale as well. But that's inaccurate because they're the ones holding it. And I object everything
what are you having for dinner,
that's going on right now. So I'm in my property. Listen, I'm under duress too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to do. I'm in my home right now. That's why I called you. And I don't want them to sell it. I don't want my property to be sold.
Right.
You know? So what am I supposed to do?
I don't have the answer for you when it comes down to that, unfortunately.
Can you find
in criminal law and civil law, right? So as a peace officer, my job is come out and enforce criminal law. I am not well versed in civil law and I don't enforce civil law.
He should probably ask some of his friends, because we know he has friends. He was talking about going to a thing in another state where they're doing worship together. Kind of seems like you should ask that community to come together and help you, because often groups that are like religious will sometimes help people within the group, fundraising or whatever, and see if they'll help you get your car registered and pay for the impound. Like, I don't know what else to do. I don't think there's a good answer for him other than trying to get the money together and correcting his status and getting the registration and stuff.
You're sergeant too?
I'm a corporal.
Corporal, can you please have someone come out here that can put an estoppel on them moving forward from selling my property? Because
I can contact the CHP. That's the only.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do that then. Have them come out.
I'm code 4. He's requesting a 61 SAM unit response.
This is wasting everyone's time.
Can you start me a 61 SAM unit? All right.
Things take time, and I have to, I'm working on filing a complaint with the Attorney General's office, which that will put an estoppel on them selling my property, but things take.
Did he go into the lot and try and steal his van? He did.
Time. I'm trying my best. I'm living in a tent, and I have to endure the elements, and so.
It makes me so sad because a lot of people get into sovereign citizen stuff because they're desperate, right? They lose their license or they can't afford registration, and they're just so desperate that they are willing to believe things. Now, this guy has some other weird beliefs too, so that's probably not the only thing putting him in the sovereign citizen camp. But it makes me sad to think if things were easier, if things weren't so hard for people, if people weren't so impoverished at the bottom level of, like, American society, I think you'd have a lot fewer sovereign citizens. People have a tendency, when they're desperate, they get paranoid, they fall for conspiracy theories. I'm just saying, there'd be a lot less content for us to watch if we lived in a country that treated its people better.
I plan on having that complaint in within the next couple of days, but how else can I stop them from selling my vehicle?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that's my goal right now. That's the intent. I don't want them to sell my property.
Right.
You know.
So in the meantime, I'm working with you. Can you work with me? Can we get out of the
No,
vehicle so
I'm
that
not.
we can close the gate?
I'm not leaving my property until they verify that they're not going to sell it. This
here's the deal, okay?
This is my property. I own it. This
Yes,
is
sir.
my property.
I understand that.
Yep.
But at the same time, we're now on their property.
Right, my property is unlawfully seized on their property.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I'm not
Using the word unlawfully doesn't make it so.
saying that they're going to take your car or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm called out here because you're on their private property and you're in a vehicle.
In
that-
my
and
private
you're-
property.
And you're refusing to leave their property.
Give me my keys and I will leave.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So, but I'm just trying
So
to
I'm
get.
trying to work with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And so my request right now, so that way I don't have to give you an order.
Yeah.
To get out of the vehicle and step off of their property, I'm asking, can we get out of the car and go stand by my patrol car and wait for the CHP sergeant to get here? That
When
is-
he comes, I want to verify that they're not gonna sell my vehicle to me. I want to verify they're not gonna sell my vehicle.
Okay. So in the meantime, until that CHP sergeant gets here, let's go stand by my patrol car.
I decline that. I'm documenting this. I want to make sure that my property's not going to be sold because listen, I live in here. This is my home. If you order me out, you're actually making me do something against my will. So,
oh my God, the cops making someone do something against their will, that's unheard of.
You know, obviously I'm not going to fight you. I will if you.
But it would be a lawful order.
It won't be a lawful order because I'm in my property.
You're on somebody else's property against their will, and they've advised you that they want you to leave. They've contacted law enforcement. Now I'm out here to tell you the same thing. And so that's what I'm saying. I don't want to go down that road, and I want you to talk to CHP, and I want you to get this figured out to the best of our ability. But we have to meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay?
We
And so that's my request that we go. I'm not saying we need to get down on the highway. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying let's let these guys close their gates and get back to work so they can do what they need to do. Okay?
Yeah.
I think you and I can both agree that the misunderstanding right now and this whole issue, at the end of the day, is it really down on the token?
I can't even imagine how many people at like tow lots and stuff get this kind of person. Maybe not even this level, but just can you imagine how many angry people you must have to deal with? Like angry and potentially delusional people showing up wanting their vehicles, or just like irate people just constantly. What a stressful job.
No, but what I'm saying is I want to prevent them from selling it. So though CHP has a
sitting
hold
in
on
the car
it,
today, that's not going
right?
to
But
do that.
that got you guys out here, and look at like I said,
you called us.
I know, but I'm in my
And we-
home,
we-
and check it out. Once I leave and you order me to get out of my property, I very well may never see it again. I may never be able to sit in my seat again. So you see what I'm saying? So, and I don't even see. I just seen something else that I forgot. Those seashells. Those actually have some spiritual meaning because, you know. So, but I see, and I very well could have forgot something else in here. So, I'm just saying, man. I'm under duress right now, and I don't know what else to do. So,
being under duress is not an excuse to break the law.
But is making these guys have to lose out on tows and other things that they need to do?
I'm living in a tent right now. Okay, my concern is not whether they can go steal somebody else's car. I'm living in a tent because they took my property.
But they only steal cars? Are there people that legitimately have AAA services that their cars break down?
True, yeah,
their
yeah.
kids get locked in cars because their keys were stolen there?
That's true. But my situation is valid, just as valid. You know.
I understand your frustrations 100%.
Oh yeah, I give the cop credit. The cop's trying. The cop understands, I think, that this guy is really desperate and he's trying to be nice to him.
I don't have the answer for you though.
Dude, it's unjust. It's unjust, man. You know, I don't even know what else to do. So, you know, is this CHP here?
No.
Oh, it's the captain? It's captain?
That's my supervisor, yeah.
Oh, okay. And I'm just documenting this, guys, because, you know, I'm not gonna bow. I'm not gonna do what you guys tell me to do because in registering it, because I have a right to privacy. I don't have to register my property to the government. And I've already presented all of your agencies with my standing, right? So, now that you guys have been put on notice, it's plain as day. I mean, a child can understand it. I've canceled my contracts, and now that you guys are aware of my standing, you guys are literally, all of you guys are conspiring together to deprive me of my life, liberty, and private property.
I'm not breaking the law, you're breaking the law. The famous Uno reverse card technique.
Because I've already made it clear my standing, and it's plain as day. And now you guys are acting with willful intent to break the law. Willful disregard of my constitutionally protected rights as well. You know, because if you've done something in ignorance, that's what a legal notice is for, is to let you know, hey, look, you know, you guys are...
Is he a SovSit because, or partly because of being homeless, or is he homeless because he's wasting all his time on SovSit bullshit? That's a good question. I honestly don't know. I don't know the origin of this. I don't know which started first.
Violation.
I wish I did.
I'm just letting you know.
Because you do have situations where the sovereign citizen stuff leads to homelessness, like Kat Espinda. She did find a new place to live, I think, with her boyfriend, but still, nonetheless, like, she lost a home over it, so that does happen.
Please correct your actions, and once you are put on notice and you are...
Barely breathing, thanks for a 3-stream streak.
...aware of what you're doing, if you continue with your conduct, you are acting with either reckless disregard or intentional negligence. And those are criminal offenses. And you guys are criminal law enforcement. You understand criminal negligence, right?
I do.
Exactly. Operating with intentional disregard of someone else's safety or rights. So, I mean, where's the law in that? Where's the justice in this? You know?
The law is different than justice.
Undeniable.
Let's be clear on that.
But, you know, I just don't know what else to do, man. So
what can we do today?
I just want to make sure that they can't sell my property. Because I don't have anything else. Literally, this was donated to me. I'm a traveling minister. I have 70,000 followers on social media, and I preach the gospel, and I travel America. This was donated to me. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that you guys are just doing your job.
Maybe someone else will donate you a car that you can lose.
Well, but you guys are improperly trained on the law. There's a private side. Constitutional law is public law, which is a limit on government to protect private rights. That's why the Constitution was enacted. The Constitution doesn't grant us our rights. It is a limit on your guys' delegated bounds of authority, to where if I am being violated, you guys are supposed to protect my rights. But those who contract, they become public agents, which are on
contract.
through the license, through registration. That's what gives you guys jurisdiction to do what you guys do, to pull people over and ticket them.
He wants, basically he's fighting right now the lien sale and wants to speak to CHP about having the vehicle released by their policy so he can get it from the tow yard.
I mean, that's my ultimate goal, but I mean, you know, at least stop them from being able to sell my property.
If CHP cannot change that,
yeah,
for today, what's the next way to find a resolution? So if that for some reason is not an option,
right? I mean, what
do after that?
I'm desperate, you know. I'm under duress. I'm in my home. If you can see, that's my map. I've lived in here for the last 3 years. This is a donated van. I have a traveling ministry. You know, this is everything I own. You know, so my goal is to get them to not sell my property. I don't know what else to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fight you guys if, you know, you guys have the guns and the authority to. No, definitely, you know.
But you know, we also have these people trying to do business and they're trying to close up and.
Yeah, I know.
are we thinking ahead, or like, okay, if CHP can't come to that resolution for me, is there another way to address it later?
Yeah, no, and so
both cops are being very patient with him.
How's it going?
Thomas, how are you?
Good. Under direct.
Oh my God! And is that a sheriff? Did they get a sheriff?
I'm in my property now, and if I don't want them to sell it.
Or is that a highway patrol person? I don't know the uniform.
So that's
We've talked about this ad nauseum, right?
No, right. But that's what I'm attempting right now is to get them. Look, this is donated to me. I have a traveling ministry. I don't have an income.
Like I said,
I live in here, and
we have gotten all your documents.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We've got them all. We've talked several times on this.
Exactly.
Right? So the way it's got to play out, right, is in order for you to get the car, like I told you today, there's certain requirements for that to happen. License and registration.
Right.
If you don't, right, and we're going to, again, for the millionth time, we are going to agree to disagree on the laws of California, right? Okay? I'm just going off what, and you disagree with it, but that's the way it's we're going to agree to disagree on that.
Right.
You've either got to pay the registration and be licensed, or you're not going to get it out. Okay?
I understand. So
are you here to pick up your stuff like you said you were going to do?
I got my stuff, but I want to prevent the tow truck company from selling my property.
Okay.
Until I have
I feel like we're going around in circles.
Opportunity.
There's like 6 minutes left at this, by
To
the way.
Brisbane.
And then we'll be on to his latest arrest. And then we'll be done with him for the day.
I know, but until I have an opportunity to present
And
evidence,
we can move on to other stuff.
To a judge and have my proper standing in court.
Okay.
That should be, that's proper due process. That is what I am attempting right now.
I get it.
And look at when I leave this van, my home, I very well may never come back. I very well may never sit in this seat again. So that's why I'm under duress, sir. Too. I don't know what else to do. You guys
That's
have
a camera, right? That's not a mace. Okay.
No, that's a camera. Yeah. You guys have the authority.
He thought it was mace.
Right.
Jesus.
I'm not gonna fight you guys, but what else can I do as a citizen? All I can do is gather evidence of the unjust treatment that I'm receiving.
You've sent us a ton of that, right? And we've received it all.
Right.
And so you've gathered all your evidence.
No, this is further evidence.
And that's
my last.
But what we're doing here, we're on this gentleman's business now, and you're causing an issue there. You're trespassing now. Okay.
Well, this is my property, and you understand what I'm saying?
No. Okay. It is technically their property right now.
Okay.
Okay. It is their property because we rightfully had them under our direction.
Okay, so that is California Highway Patrol. Ooh, chips!
This car, which means it's their property, right? If you took this car right now and drove it out, we would charge you with vehicle theft.
Wow. Yeah, I understand that.
You know what I mean? So it's their property.
Profane Priestess says some good news. Apologies for the X link. Don't have an alternative source on hand. Okay, I'll click it. I really don't like using fucking Twitter, though. EU Parliament votes to accept a report that calls for the full recognition of trans women as women as part of the EU priorities for the UNCSW on women's rights and gender equality. That's good.
It is their close of business. They want to get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I believe he said he would give you till 5 o'clock, right, Scott? 5 today? Was it 5 today to get his property out inside? 5 today? Okay, so you're past that. So I know they want to go home. We want to go home. Right? These gentlemen want to go home. Right?
So check it out.
Okay.
Things take time, and in order, I'm filing a complaint with the Attorney General's office, right?
Yep.
So, in order for, I believe that's going to be what's going to put the estoppel on them from moving forward.
Okay.
But again, you got to see my dilemma. I don't know what else to do. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. I gotta gather everything together and put it in a presentable form to them, because I sent them an email, and they sent me back, and they said we don't accept complaints over email, and they gave me the Attorney General's office. His assistant emailed me back, and they said we don't accept complaints over email, but we are looking forward to receiving your complaint, and sent me the link to file it. But I'm in the process of working on that right now.
I get it.
But things take time, and I'm up against the clock to them. They literally told me they can sell it at any moment.
And that's what the laws in California allow them to do. Okay, and you might not agree with those laws.
Yep.
Right, but that's what the laws in California allow them to. They're not doing anything that is illegal. Okay, unfortunately. Like I said, I know we disagree on that.
Exactly.
As we've talked about numerous times.
Yep.
But they're not doing anything illegal.
So you are responsible in putting the hold on the vehicle. So can you put a hold on them from selling it until I get this complaint done.
I told you, you're responsible, okay, for getting the vehicle out by two things. Like I've told you several times, registration and license, right? If you do not do that, right, then they're going to proceed with their procedures. That is, you know, allowable by California state law.
Selling my property.
That is allowable by California state law. It is your choice not to comply with the licensing and registration requirements of the state. And whether you agree with it or not, okay, you're required to comply. And if you do not, these are the ramifications, unfortunately for you.
Yeah, right?
Absolutely.
I understand, yeah.
And so and they're just doing their job based on our request, right? They towed it on our behalf, right? And now they're acting upon when someone doesn't come, and you know.
So pretty much licensed theft.
Oh, that's how you want to think of it.
Yeah, it is. But
what I'm going to ask you to do right now, just grab your stuff, Thomas, and we're going to get this process going, okay?
All right.
Sounds good. I appreciate it so much.
Yep.
The yep is annoying me. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know what else to do.
See that character from Land Before Time?
Right, I appreciate it.
You know,
Ducky, I think.
And I apologize for holding you guys up, but like, right. I mean, what would you do if I took you out of your home and told you can't have it back until I do what you tell me to do?
I do what I told you to do.
You would obey me if I told you to do something you didn't want to do.
If I want to get my van back, and I'm telling, you know, if I'm saying in order to get it back you need license and registration, I get a license and registration. But that's just me.
Right.
I can't make you do that. You know, it's your choice.
Right.
But I would have gotten the license and registration, then he would have released it to you. Right. Me, I mean, you obviously think differently than me. Like we've had this discussion a bunch of times. We're gonna agree to disagree on everything. But like I said, I just.
Thanks for coming out, man.
You got everything you want?
Yeah, I got everything, and yeah. So
is that shopping cart outside this geographical limits, Thomas?
It is.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna let that one slide.
Thanks, man.
Okay?
I appreciate it, and it was dangerous coming over those impasses up there, but I couldn't find anybody to come out, so I had to, you know, improvise. But
okay, I don't want to speak for you guys, but this is gonna be the last time he's allowed in here.
No, and I appreciate that, but I mean, I'm under arrest since I live in here, man. But I thank you for letting me get.
Arrest.
I'm under duress.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So gotcha. I mean, I just don't know what else to do, man. You know, I would appreciate it if you not sell my van until I'm able to file a complaint with the Attorney General's office. Can you do that?
It's not gonna matter.
I'll have
you don't have a license plate and the car isn't registered.
In a couple days.
Sorry, I can't make any promises to that because, like I said, I mean, we could be talking years. I mean, I don't know when you're going to do that.
I'm gonna have it in a couple of days.
But it's already been more than 30 days since the car was towed.
Right, but so they've just contacted me, the Attorney General's office, and they said they're anticipating my claim, or I mean my complaint. So
I'm sure they are.
I don't know where else to go from here, man, but. That's
probably for a walk.
My request, if you could give me a couple days to file that complaint, and they should be able to, you know, help me from there. But
Jesus, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen. Jesus Christ. All right, now we're finally on to his most recent arrest. So let's get to it.
Chance money back, right? You guys love carrying guns.
Contract with the government.
He's on a bike or a scooter of some kind, one that's able to go on the highway. Once again, he does not have a license plate. Got off the bike, that's not smart.
Okay, no problem. What up? You have a license registration. Have a seat on the, just have a seat. Sit back down. Yeah, just sit back down. All right. What's going on? Okay. You have your license registration?
I don't contract with the government, sir. I'm canceling my contracts. I'm a private American national. And I don't register my property to the government either. I've actually put your agency on notice.
I understand if you're going to go the sovereign citizen route. Okay, but listen, you're in Massachusetts. You're subject to state laws on the highway. You're driving without a helmet.
Man, he's in Massachusetts now. He just goes all over the place, coast to coast.
You're driving on a vehicle that should not be on the highway. So
it goes 70 miles an hour.
Doesn't matter. I don't see license plates. I don't see anything. So
call your supervisor.
Okay, don't worry about that right now. I'm just saying, do you have a Massachusetts license?
No.
Are you going to give me a name and a date of birth or anything like that?
I'm not doing anything wrong.
No, you are. You definitely are. So, what I'm saying is, I'm stopping you. I'm not. I said that you're polite, and I understand that, but you're going down the wrong road. I'm just asking for identification. What's your name?
Also, I don't know the legality of this in the state, but I will say it's really stupid. He's not wearing a helmet. You're going down the highway on a bike, and you're not wearing a helmet. That's incredibly stupid.
You're on a public way. All right. Is this your name, date of birth?
Yes.
All right, perfect. That's all I need, okay? This isn't...
His brains are going to be traveling across the pavement.
One party is complaining of...
It's my private identification.
Okay,
that's my identity. Yep, this is who I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right, this is good enough. All right. If you don't have a mass license, right, you can't be driving. You can't be driving out here no matter what.
I'm not driving.
Even if you have a license.
I'm traveling, sir.
You're driving. Okay, by our definitions, I understand that. Listen.
Black's law definition of driving is to be engaged in commerce on public roads. You need a license, sir, because it's a commercial. It's a commercial license. It's not for private American national.
Listen, I understand that you're going. I understand you're passionate about your rights. Okay. I am enforcing state law. I'm a state trooper.
Yep.
Okay, you're not in compliance.
Which you have no jurisdiction over me. That's statutory
you're
law.
Massachusetts. You're on a Massachusetts
GLC 90, right? Yep, that don't apply to me.
All right, but listen, I understand that. I'm not going to get in a debate with you, okay? But
I don't understand how he can do this for years and years and years and continually get confronted and arrested and lose vehicles, and not once does he question if he's wrong.
Do my job, all right? You don't have a helmet on.
Call your supervisor. They got notice and everything.
All right, okay, hold on.
Good morning, all. Good morning. My privilege to be able to administer the oath of office to the new superintendent of the Massachusetts State Police, Jeff Noble. So would you raise your right hand and repeat after me?
He apparently thinks that arresting him, or for whatever, for not having a license is against their oath. It's not.
I state your name.
Jeffrey D. Noble.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
To the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
To the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
And will support the Constitution thereof.
And will support the Constitution thereof.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I,
Jeffrey D. Noble.
Do solemnly swear and affirm.
Do solemnly swear and
perform.
Do solemnly swear.
If you're in the area, if you don't mind stopping by 128 North, access road rated 50L.
He says calling in the gang unit. You asked for a supervisor. You're calling, what? You asked for him to call for someone.
This gentleman's a sovereign citizen.
Received en route from 3 in Chelmsford.
Sir, if you don't mind starting to tow this way, this gentleman's driving a scooter. No license plates.
Received.
I'm sure he's gonna appreciate another vehicle getting towed. I'm sure this time he'll learn a lesson and get a registration, right?
Your call as well.
Certainly he wouldn't make the same mistake again.
Whose vehicle is this? You own this?
Yeah, it's my private property.
You own this. All right.
I got the sheriff on the line as well.
All right. The sheriff. Who's that?
Middlesex County Sheriff's Department. That's the law enforcement that I recognize because I'm no longer subject to your jurisdiction. The Sheriff's Department is a constitutional law enforcement that I'm subject to, so I got them on the line and I'm reporting potential theft of my private property. So the Sheriff's Department is actually the constitutional law enforcement that needs to enforce the law. So if you could please have a sheriff.
It says, at this point, the officers are conspiring to kidnap me. They're just waiting for assistance from the gang unit.
I'm just afraid of basics. I know, I'll go back and we'll do it. You think so? Yep. Alright, just give me a second now.
If you take my property, it's unlawful deprivation. You know the law, sir, right? You know due process? You can't take someone's property without due process, right? You have no jurisdiction. It's not yours. Listen, the reason why you guys can just make people subject is because all these vehicles are registered. This is not registered, so it's not state property.
That's something you got to take up with the court, not us.
So the sheriff department received my summons for the deprivation of my rights.
I can send it over if you got your way. Yeah, absolutely. So here's your consent.
Oh my god, it actually is someone from the gang unit. He meant it literally. Are sovereign citizens considered a gang? They must have the weirdest initiations.
I'm actually obeying God. God told me to stop contracting with secular government.
Oh, God told you to become a sovereign citizen. I think he's fucking with you.
Really, you're coming up against what God told me to do.
That's a new defense. Actually, by arresting me, you're kind of disagreeing with God. That's pretty sacrilegious of you.
What plate is this?
Yeah, it's my United Nation of Israel. You know, we're the children of Israel that's been scattered, and we've been, you know, subject to these secular governments. But he says, come out of her, my people. These people are taking their daily sins. So, contracting with these governments, you become like a god. So, see how you're doing this right now? It's against the law. God's law says you cannot do this. God's law says you cannot do this.
Well, listen, unfortunately, we're going to place you under arrest, right, for operating absent country. Change by your belt, right?
Do you have any weapons on you?
That's a pretty quick arrest.
No, sir.
Any knives or any firearms?
No. Okay. I'm peaceful, man. You know what?
Nobody said that, but we just ask it. We ask everybody, you know?
Yeah.
Don't take that the wrong way. I mean, these guys love guns. Yeah, I know, right? You know what I mean? No, fair enough. I'm not just saying, but I mean, these guys love carrying guns. Do you have any weapons on you?
No, sir.
Any knives or any firearms?
No. Okay. I'm peaceful, man. You know what?
Nobody said that, but we just ask it. We ask everybody, you know?
Yeah.
Don't take that the wrong way. Do you have a state-issued ID at all?
Yeah, I do, but
Is it in your bag?
It's in my wallet.
Where's your wallet?
It's in my pocket.
I'm gonna grab it.
You don't have permission.
It doesn't matter. You're under arrest, so you search engine to arrest. You know what I mean? That's how the law works.
Yeah.
So
For people who claim to study the law, they really don't know it very well.
he's actually going to inventory all of your property.
This cuff is. Can you switch my hands around? You see how they're like, you know?
Have you ever had a license in Massachusetts, or is it just in Minnesota?
No, sir. I've canceled all my government contracts.
Why'd you keep this one then?
That's a ID.
I know that, but wouldn't that be a government
Yeah,
contract?
well, look how I signed it. UCC 1-308 without prejudice. That means I reserved all of my rights. So right now, what you're doing is violating my rights on the presumption and assumption that I am subject by having a state-issued identification.
I'm just curious, technically, since he didn't actually sign this correctly and sign some sovereign citizen nonsense, is this ID not valid? I gotta imagine, right? I gotta imagine it's not valid.
I only have that
It's not a driver's license either way, it's just a state ID card.
because I'm under duress. It's impossible to operate in America without one. So I signed it reserving all of my rights under duress without prejudice.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. So right now.
Christopher on YouTube asks, about cheese, what are your opinions on Baby Bell brand of string cheese and Wallace and Gromit? I like Baby Bell, I like string cheese, and Wallace and Gromit I haven't seen in a long time, but I remember liking it when I was young, when I was like little, when I was a kid. I used to rent them from the video store.
Now you are under the presumption that I am subject because of that.
I don't know what that means.
You assume that I am a subject because I have a state-issued ID.
What does that plate mean? Does that mean something? Just curious.
Yeah, that's God's name. Yeah, I'm only following God's law. He told me to stop contracting with secular government.
Why does it look like it's backward? Is that just the writing? Is it like, what kind of writing? Is that ancient Aramaic or?
Yeah, that's Paleo-Hebrew.
Paleo-Hebrew? Okay. Right?
Paleo-Hebrew.
Paleo-Hebrew?
Yeah.
Right?
So you read it left to right. Yeah, from right to left.
Hi. Thank you. Hi. Come on. Hold on a second. I just want to see what's in here for his inventory. Okay. Hey, how do you pop this off?
You know?
Probably doesn't have a fishing license either.
Yeah, you know, I would. I always ask the people up at the shells and stuff. It seems a lighter, water, sweatshirt, and a fishing rod. Well, he's not going to get a fishing rod if he doesn't want to get a license. I mean, a fishing rod. Yeah, and by the way, I'm horrible with it. He's going to be better. I just he had a sovereign citizen, and I started making my way. And then he's like, "Oh my God, you have to like break the glass." And he's like, "I got a scooter." I'm like, "That's pretty hilarious. Like, I can't roll the window up on you and tell you."
No problem, man.
I
got a seatbelt chance.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate you being cooperative.
Yeah, no problem, man.
It's not
I'm
personal. I have to do my job,
true,
and I know
right?
you believe in what you believe in, and I
Definitely.
respect that. I'm not.
Yeah, you know, it's just a controversial situation, but yeah, I don't understand. You guys are just doing your job, you know. So I just got to stand up for my rights, and you got to be assertive, you know. And really, this
Has being assertive helped so far?
assertiveness is to overcome the anxious and nervousness, because otherwise I'd be, you know, timid. So, but appreciate you.
I understand, man. I
yeah.
respect you. All right, I have to do my job, like you say. You stand up for what you believe in, and I
Yeah.
understand that as well. So
Understand,
no hard
man.
feelings. We'll get through the process here,
Yep.
and
Sounds
we'll
good.
get you taken care of here.
All right. Thank you, sir. What's your name?
Paul.
Paul.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
Nice to meet
Yeah.
you, sir.
D-Money Industry, thanks for following.
This is wild, man. But perfect example, you know. It's crazy that you know this is such a major violation in this system that just riding a moped, you can go to jail. Wow.
Yeah, because it's unregistered. It's not just the fact that you're driving a moped.
That I'm
Like, is it, does he know he's intentionally reframing this to be disingenuous? Like, how does he not understand what he's being arrested for? He's been arrested for it multiple times.
That's crazy, man.
Alright.
Alright, thank you, sir.
The rest of the video is him being in the police station, and the rest of the video is like an hour long, and we're not gonna watch it because it's boring. But it's basically him sitting here for an hour and refusing to sign anything and refusing to cooperate with the booking process. So that's what he does. If anything else happens with him, we'll definitely check back, but I can't imagine this is his last interaction with law enforcement, considering how many times he's been arrested and whatnot. Okay, let's give this one a try. Here's a court hearing.
I don't mean to interrupt. Thank you.
Right, Ms. Matlin, you were here today for an initial hearing. Tender to the court has been filed, notice living man, declaration of status. Those are signed by you and have been entered. There's also an affidavit of truth that is unsigned. And so anyway, we're here for an initial hearing. I have to make sure that you understand your charges. What is your date of birth?
I do not understand. I am here on a special appearance of Thomas Maitland in all caps letters on special appearance of the case number of 46DO.
Has Marcel done anything batshit lately? A few, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 Sovereign Citizen streams ago, I don't know if you saw it, but he started what he calls a sovereign dating contract, and it's basically an insane super prenup for any relationship that he thinks is legally binding, and it's really creepy. So if you didn't see that, you did see that. Then the most recent thing he's done since then is he has one of his customers come on and do a client testimony, and this guy's also pretty whacked. Don't know if we'll watch that today, but I'm sure we'll get to it at some point.
D04-2602-CM-0250.
Correct, but I need to tell you what you're charged with in this case. So first of all, how old are you?
I'm 29.
All right, what's your birthday?
You guys should already know that, correct, or no?
No. I don't. I don't know what your
I don't
birthday is.
understand. I don't understand.
I just need you to.
Of course, as you guys know, I don't understand. They think understand secretly means stand under, as in you have authority over me. So they're avoiding agreeing that they understand because they think that's part of what gives the court authority over them. Of course, it's not. What gives the court authority over them is the state constitution of whatever state they're in. But, you know, it never stops them.
Tell me,
Here's the
court.
problem. If we don't know who you are, there'll be a warrant issued for your arrest. So we're trying to get past that level.
Okay.
Okay, so state.
Then you didn't get these papers. I'm gonna give them to you.
Okay, so let's back up. My job is to make sure you understand what you're charged with. I have what you filed, and that's made a matter of record. What is your date of birth? Well, you know what? Let me see here.
I'm.
Okay, hold on. I do have it. Is your birth date 9/29/96 and you're 29 years old? Is that correct?
That is my living man. Yes, that's when I was born, but not this all caps name that's on the docket that you sent me papers for.
Okay, yeah, so
Special
your correct name is, I had that right here too.
Fenekagami with 40 bits says, one more piece of good news. In New Jersey District 11, AIPAC accidentally helped the furthest left candidate win the special primary for the Democrats by attacking the incumbent from the left to punish him for tepidly pulling back a tiny bit from Israel's support. It looks like the leftist has a good chance of winning since it's a deep blue district, and the way AIPAC attacked the moderate kind of killed the usual strategy of running a moderate to split the vote. April will be a final test. Oh good, I hope they win.
Well, you signed it, Bo Matlin, what you entered into the court.
Yeah, but not in all caps.
Okay, all right, that's noted for the record.
He's just ignoring all the sovereign citizen stuff. That's an interesting strategy. I do like when they engage with it because that's entertaining and it's interesting, but it's probably prudent to just kind of coast past it as much as possible.
I have an address of Lean, Michigan, and is that where you live?
I do not.
Okay, where do you live?
That's me, my person, not this all caps name.
Okay, I understand that. We made a record of that, so that's not a problem.
Okay,
But what I need to know is if that's where you live in Glean.
No,
That's not where you live?
that's where the physical man lives, not the all caps name.
Okay, the all caps name I've taken care of.
Okay.
Right, I understand your concern with that, taken care of, that's, you know, well, that's noted for the record that that's not the way your name is. But what I need to know is what your address, so that you can be properly notified of things that are going on in this court. So what is your address? Is that where,
Your Honor,
you live?
Your Honor and the prosecutor have taken an oath of office, correct?
Okay.
Whose script is he using?
This is not your time.
He's so clearly trying to bumble his way through like a script that he bought from some scammer.
Okay, so we have to make sure that we go through the right procedure. You filed all that, so I understand where you're coming from, so to speak. But what I need to do, I have a job, and I would be not upholding my job and what I am sworn to do if I did not inform you of these things. So I need to know if you live at Michigan.
That the living man does, not.
Okay, the
not
living
all
man lives
caps.
there, correct?
Not the all caps, there's two different.
Right, no, the living man lives there in Galean, correct? At that address?
I don't understand.
All right, when you go home tonight, where are you gonna sit?
The script isn't telling me what to say in this situation. Oh no!
Are you gonna sleep at this address in Galean, Michigan?
That's where I reside, but that's not where
Right.
this corporation of my all caps name is.
Okay, so we've got that's where you live, so to speak. Then I also need to make sure that you understand your constitutional rights. So do you know what your constitutional rights are as a defendant in this court?
Yeah.
Everyone, the Constitution gives you certain rights that have to be followed as a defendant here. So do you know what your constitutional rights are?
Yeah, I state on record my constitutional law, section 39329, is Chicago Motor Coach versus Chicago.
Oh no!
Lagar, Chicago versus.
Yeah, that's a commonly cited sovereign citizen case. They take it out of context. Like all the cases that they cite, it doesn't say what they want it to say.
Versus Chicago. Lagar versus Chicago. 29NE934.
Okay, that obviously is not a case that would be applicable here because this is Indiana, but I need to make sure that you understand that you have the right to assistance of a lawyer if you want one. If you intend to hire one, you have to do within 10 days. And if any deadlines are missed or legal issues or defenses that could have been raised, could be waived or given up. If you're unable to afford a lawyer, the court will appoint one for you. You have the right to a speedy and public trial to the judge or jury. And if you want a jury trial, there has to be a written demand with the court 10 or more days before the trial date. You have the right to require the state to prove the elements of the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt at a trial in order to obtain a conviction against you. And throughout these proceedings, you are presumed to be innocent. You have the right to hear and cross-examine all witnesses appearing against you. You have the right to require witnesses to be present at any hearing or trial to testify in your behalf. And the court would assist you in that right by issuing subpoenas. You have the right to remain silent. You cannot be compelled to make any statement or testify against yourself at any hearing or trial. Anything you do say could be used against you. You have the right to be tried in the county in which this offense allegedly occurred. You have the right
He's looking at his script this whole time, by the way. It's hard to see because his window is incredibly tiny compared to the judge's, but he's just looking down at his script. I think he knows that he's in over his head and he's trying to figure out where to go next.
Appeal to a higher court if convicted. You have the right to demand the nature and cause of accusation against you and to have a copy of the information. If you plead guilty, you would give up those rights. Now, I'm not going to ask you if you agree with those things. I'm going to ask you if you understand what it is that I just read.
I do not understand.
Okay, what don't you understand? That was wrong.
Well, I mean, I just stated where I stand.
Understand, but
understand.
Okay, those are your rights under the Constitution of the United States of America, as well as the Constitution of the state of Indiana. I am not going to ask you if you agree to them. I'm not going to ask you if you think they apply to you. I just want to make sure you understand those are your rights, if you choose to accept them or not. Those are your rights in this country, in this state. Do you understand that?
I do not understand.
Okay.
You gotta say comprehend.
We'll make for the record that you don't understand that. Also that those rights have been read out in court, and so that you have been apprised of them. So state, could you tell the defendant what he's charged with and what the possible penalties are?
Your Honor, he is charged by way of information that alleges that on January 31, 2026, in LaPorte County, state of Indiana, the defendant unlawfully, knowingly, or intentionally operated a motor vehicle upon a highway, a Ford Ranger with Michigan license plates, D as in David, P as in Peter, T as in Tom, 9082, having never received a valid operator's license and not being exempt from those requirements under section 9-1-4-27. That is a Class C misdemeanor. A Class C misdemeanor is 60 days in the LaPorte County Jail and a $500 fine.
All right, so Mr. Maitland, again, I'm not going to ask you if you agree with that or if you think you're subject to that law, which of course we've established that you are. But you understand what the state is saying that you did that's against the law. Do you understand what that is that they're saying?
He's gonna say I don't understand again.
That you hadn't ever received a license.
I mean, he stated a statute. That's not law. That's not
I
constitutional.
do not understand where they get this idea that statutes aren't laws. Where do they get this stuff?
Law. You just asked me if I understand my constitution.
Like, I know there's Sobsit gurus that sell them this information. We've seen a lot of them, but what is the original source for their belief that statutes aren't law? It's literally laws passed by the legislature. It's law.
My constitutional law, and I do understand my constitutional law, and what he stated is a statute that doesn't apply.
Okay, so let me stop you there. So the statutes are pursuant to the Constitution. We can have no statute that violates the Constitution of the United States or the state of Indiana. So you can make your arguments on the law. All I need to know is if you understand what the prosecutor said.
I do not, I mean, I do not understand.
Okay, so what the prosecutor did, the prosecutor read to you what they have charged you with, the state of Indiana, what they charge you with, and what the penalty could be for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're gonna make a record that that was read clearly out to you, and
Do I understand? I overstand.
as the charge and the possible penalties, so that that has been done on the record. I'm going to enter a preliminary plea of not guilty for you. And are you going to hire a lawyer, represent yourself, or ask for the public defender?
I'm going to represent myself.
Okay, all right, we'll make a record
I'm sure that's going to go great.
of that. I do need to tell you, however, you have the constitutional rights to represent yourself in this court. However, you will be going against the state, and they are attorneys who are licensed, who are very experienced, who understand the law backwards and forwards. I just need to make sure that you've heard me say that and that you understand that. But it is your right to represent yourself. So we'll make a record of that. And we're going to reset your case to, as given about.
I have a record to show that I don't understand the
Yeah, we got that. You said that a few times.
statutes that the state is putting upon me, and I don't understand where the constitutional law is coming from, because I'm stating the constitutional law.
The Constitution allows states to have their own legislatures that pass laws, and the laws are valid as long as they don't break any of the rights you have in the Constitution. This law does not. It has been found in court many times that the states are allowed to require people to have licenses to operate vehicles on public roadways. It's perfectly in line with the Constitution as it's interpreted by the courts. Your personal interpretation is not relevant in this matter.
And you swore under an oath of office, and so did the prosecutor. So if you guys don't want to stand the oath of office, then we'll have to proceed from there.
Okay, all right, understood. Your next court date?
I just gave them a form to self-represent, just so you.
Okay, all right, so we got a form there, so you know what you need to do as a self-rep to represent yourself. And our next court date is?
March 25th at 12:45.
March 25th at 12:45.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's okay. We gave it to them.
I know you do. That was sneaky. It's kind of mean. You gave it to the magistrate.
It is his.
Oh, okay, all right.
I didn't make that up.
Call that last number, I was.
Oh, listen, ma'am, if I could do that at my will, he would get a lot more cases.
We're off the record.
Yeah.
Okay.
Profane Priestess says, do these people legitimately don't understand that America has a federal rather than unitary government? The governments of the country and states have their own separate powers as well as some overlapping ones. I don't know. Their understanding of the law is so warped. I don't know if they understand that there's like nesting jurisdictions, right? I don't know. But I get the feeling that a lot of them do not know that or understand it. Let's see what we're gonna do next. Oh, yeah, of course. So, as you shouldn't be surprised, TikTok has a number of their own sovereign citizen gurus. So let's, look at some of these short form Sovcit guru stuff. This channel is called Ask State Nationals Rock.
Before I go into the rest of the question, I think it's very important for me to make the distinction between sovereign citizens and American state nationals.
They're the same thing under different names.
Because those two are not the same.
They are the same. Regardless of how often state nationals like to say otherwise, it's just sovereign citizenship with a different label slapped on. Harold Elbelman says, I met my in-laws and I just had a mud flood epiphany. The parents-in-laws eat off the kids' menu in terms of their home cooking preferences, and my sister-in-law next door to them has some clear ideas about what flavor is and can make it happen. But how are they next door? I don't get it.
First off, sovereign citizen is an oxymoron. You can't be sovereign and a citizen at the same time.
Correct. It is oxymoronic. That's one of the reasons that makes it apt to describe people like you, because your beliefs do not comport with reality.
Citizens are incorporated entities that the government owns. In Black's Law Dictionary, sovereign means a chief ruler with supreme power. A king. You can't be a king and a slave at the same time.
Right, but it's describing the fact that sovereign citizens, or state nationals, who are also sovereign citizens, believe that they deserve all of the rights of a citizen without any of the responsibilities. So they believe they're a sovereign citizen. It's oxymoronic because the beliefs are.
Oxymoron. American state nationals are a clean and proper status defined in U.S. Code Title 8, Section 1101A 21 and 23, not 22. And when you read them, you may be saying, but Gwen, it says person, and isn't person an incorporated entity too? Well, yes, but originally, person did have a natural definition. They ended up corrupting it from...
Is that how you're justifying using a different definition for person than the one you guys normally use?
Black's Law.
Ooh, they corrupted the word, those evil conspirators.
Pause and read.
And their dictionaries.
This definition, it's a great one, but I'm going to point out this part at the end of it. Persons are divided by law.
That is definitely an old version of Black's Law Dictionary based on the typeface in the paper.
Into natural and artificial. Natural persons are such as the God of nature formed us. Artificial are such as are created and devised by human laws for the purpose of society and government, which are called corporation. So because they corrupted the word person, we don't like to use it, but it does have a natural definition in Black's Law's Dictionary. It originally did mean us as living human beings. Alrighty, moving on. As a state national...
It still does, by the way, even in the most recent version of Black's Law Dictionary, which I have. You don't have to use the Black's Law Dictionary for this. I'm just going to tell you what the definition is. It includes individuals, the natural person, as they would call it, as well as incorporated entities. It's or, it's and, it's both. It does not exclude individual natural persons.
What happens to your credit cards? I'll tell you me and my family's personal experience. After we changed our status, all of the credit cards that we already had were fine. We wanted to try discharging the debt, and so we sent multiple of our accounts silver coins, and some of our accounts did get closed. We haven't been successful with the debt discharge on credit cards yet, and we've
So we haven't been able to actually do the thing we wanted to do, but you should still trust me.
We've been really busy getting everything up and going for the website, so we just haven't had the time to continue finishing getting a success on that path yet. But as soon as we do have more time, we will be working on that.
Her poor credit score!
And once we have success, we'll put instructions up for the website. Now, because my mom also answers a lot of emails, she told me to mention that she's been told in one
Fun fact, even if you were to get your debt discharged, that counts as income and you're going to receive a 1099 for it.
Emails.
So you'd still have to pay for it on your taxes.
Someone tried to discharge their car payment with Silver, and they closed their account and came and towed their car. So what we recommend y'all do is while you're still learning, and
it's almost like loan companies don't like dealing with crackpots that are trying to weasel their way out of contracts they signed.
Trying to find out what's successful, start with smaller accounts. Start with 1 or 2. As for opening new accounts as a state national, you have to just find a credit card company that doesn't make you check that you're a U.S. citizen, and you'll have to sign with a reservation of rights. I'll be answering the passport question in other video. Be the change you want to see. State nationals rock.
I'm not a fan of her, oh boy.
What is one way to prove that the word citizen is a corporate entity? This one's easy because they tell you in their own codes and their own definitions. And they tell you in multiple ways. A citizen of the United States means a corporation. What about person? Corporation. What states means?
An individual who is a citizen of the United States. That's one of the options. That's the first option. You're literally only reading the C definition specifically because it supports your case, but completely ignoring the thing that tells you you're wrong right above it. Citizen of the United States means an individual who is a citizen of the United States. That's the first definition. It's right there. It's highlighted. It's part of what you highlighted, but you're acting as though it's not there. Are you just hoping your audience doesn't pay enough attention and doesn't read what you have on screen? Apparently it works. God damn it.
A corporation. What about person? Corporations. Residents?
That was specifically, again, the word person or persons, wherever used in Section 1 of this title, shall be deemed to include corporations and associations existing under or authorized by the laws of the United States. That's not the general definition of persons. That's the definition for this specific section, which is only dealing with incorporated entities. It's not dealing with persons.
Corporations. Residents? Corporation.
Again, she's ignoring all of the A definitions. Oh my god. Any individual who is a United States citizen or resident alien and does not have a tax home as defined in a foreign country, or 2 is a non-resident alien and has a tax home. Corporation is a little double I. It's a little 2. What are we doing?
Corporation. And then to kick it all off, what's a United States business? A United States citizen.
Yes, businesses can be considered citizens or persons legally.
Corporation.
This does not mean that every citizen or every person is a corporation. It's or.
This is one of the many reasons we teach you how to repudiate and revoke your corporate citizenship.
Is she taking money for this? I really hope she isn't.
Because as an incorporated citizen...
The top comment on this is, does doing this deprive you of VA benefits?
You are not recognized as a living human being. You're recognized as a for-profit corporation owned by the government.
Except in all the definitions you just ignored that say it's an individual person.
Who is also a for-profit corporation. When you repudiate and revoke your citizenship, you are also claiming your nationality on the land that you were born on or currently live in. The land that you're claiming your nationality to is the unincorporated Republic Nation States, not the incorporated state. By claiming your nationality, your status switches from that of a commercial entity back to what you were organically born as. Now is the time to be the change you want to see. State Nationals rock. What is one way?
Jesus.
Oh, so you want to learn how to beat an unlawful ticket and set them up for a lawsuit? Deal. Let's go.
Her whole this is why I don't watch TikTok. All of the affect feels so fake. I hate it.
Step 1, record.
Yes, of course not speeding. Okay, 70 to 60, I'm giving you.
You always want to make sure to record any violation that happens, because step 2 is rescissioning whatever fraudulent contract that they gave you, and also writing an affidavit.
I'm sorry, did you just send your copy of a ticket back into the city with with a rescission stamp you got on it? That'll do it.
About everything that happened in the violation. You are also going to use their own system against them by conditionally accepting to pay this fraudulent fine on behalf of your all capital name if they can prove this, 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 and this. You accept on the condition of them providing you the evidence that you require, which they won't be able to do, because the evidence that you're going to request for them to provide you with is going to be things they cannot admit. Because how do they provide you proof that they're not a corporation when they are? How do they?
They're not. They're the city. This comes into play too. I think they get confused between incorporated and corporation. Cities can be incorporated, right? When a city becomes a city and it's recognized by the state or whatever, it's called becoming incorporated. I think sovereign citizens don't know that incorporated doesn't mean to become a private corporation. It means to out of disparate things to come together to make one thing, basically. It's not what they think it is.
Provide you proof that you were operating under commercial law at the time you got this, when you have video evidence and the cops' video
To become embodied, thank you. That's a better definition
evidence
than mine.
reflects that you did your duty of putting them on notice that you were operating under common law, not commercial law. So you see, we're setting them up, using their own process. But they like to play games. They've been doing this for a long time. Come on. The fraud courts operate through our consent. For the past couple hundred years, they have done such a good job at tricking us into consenting to violation against our own rights. And they are used to
I
people.
want to point out that it's kind of funny. You see how she wrote it at like a 45-degree angle or something? Or at least tried to write at a 45-degree angle there? That's actually a piece of sovereign citizen lore. They think they have to write certain things at a 45-degree angle on paperwork. Again, I'm not exactly sure why.
Operating out of fear because they don't have the knowledge to stand on their rights and the truth. So what happens when you don't have the knowledge to take action? You consent to violations. But that's not what we're doing here. Nope. You're going to rescission their next offer to contract. And this is where they officially fall into default because they failed to provide you with all of the evidence that you needed.
That's not how any of this works. They're just gonna give you a warrant for your arrest if you don't pay the tickets. What are you talking about?
To conditionally accept their fraudulent payment. So now all future violations against you from the court are done so willfully by the court. The judge and the prosecutor and the clerk are all now violating your rights. And because they're now in default, you are going to put them on notice of a pending lawsuit. You are now countersuing them for all of the willful violations.
Unstable Deadbeat with 31 months says because it's a cute way to write it. Goddamn.
You
That
now
is actually pretty good.
have evidence of. And you know what? They still might be holding on to that last little string of hope, okay? They literally bank, as in make money, off of you not knowing your rights. Because if you don't know your rights, you're not going to stand on your rights. So they'll probably try again to plant a seed of fear in hopes they can stop your sword of justice. They're thinking third time's the charm, we're gonna scare her into paying. But no, rescission again, and then a second notice of pending lawsuit. This might be the point in time where they start to bite their nails and take a dookie in their pants.
The idea that she thinks the government actually is afraid. The courts and stuff, from what I've heard, courts get this kind of paperwork pretty regularly. There's a lot of crackpots out there. They're used to receiving it. It doesn't do anything. It's not legally binding. It's nonsense. You're not scaring anyone. You're just putting yourself in peril.
Because it's not every day that they see people standing up for their rights, or even knowing their rights. If you have to hire a lawyer to represent you, do you know your rights? Do you have your rights?
I didn't go to law school. I don't do my own surgery either.
If you don't even know them, the answer is no, and it's a maxim of law. So you stand on your rights, and eventually an envelope comes along in the mail, addressed to your all-cap name and your upper and lowercase name, saying there's urgent documents inside. What is that urgent document, you may be wondering? Oh, this? A dismissal? In the interest of justice?
I hate when this happens. So I've heard this from lawyers. I spent a lot of time on forums with lawyers talking about sovereign citizens. And basically certain cities, certain jurisdictions don't want to deal with sovereign citizens because it takes a lot of time to respond to all their nonsense paperwork. So if they think a defendant is going to be too much trouble, they'll sometimes dismiss the case. This is a terrible policy, and they need to stop. Because then this happens. They get on the internet and they say, look, it worked. And it's not working because they're legally correct. They're not. They've just become too much of a nuisance for the prosecutor to want to deal with them and deal with the hours it's going to take to respond to their frivolous filings. But you can't do that because then they win and it makes the problem worse. It's so terrible. It's like it's like Neville Chamberlain has a policy.
Oh, finally! Finally! Thank you! It only took a couple rounds of violations to get to this point, but hey, this is what it takes. Because we have allowed for it to get to this point by giving them our consent. And the only way that's going to change is if we stop giving them our consent. Now, I can already hear you. Quinn, this is a lot. This is a lot of information, a lot of steps, a lot of paperwork. I need instructions. I need the step-by-step ABCDs. And I got you. I got you. The whole point for me to even gain this.
Okay, she is selling a class. I'm looking at the comments and someone says, how much to teach and walk me through this for the first time? And she says, we created a step-by-step class that walks you through everything. It's the State National Travel class on our website. Oh boy. How much is she charging?
Knowledge is so I can take action and so that all of my brothers and sisters can also learn to take action. It took me years to even get to this point. Years of personal experience, trial and error of different ways, different methods, different processes, and it hasn't been just me. I am very fortunate to have a family that I am doing this with. So it has taken mine, my mom, and my dad's experience to get to this point. And we want to share that with you so that you can get to this point way faster than we did. So we went through and combined all of our knowledge.
$199? Oh my god.
All of our education, all of our personal experience, all of our paperwork.
You know, I wasn't gonna buy it if it was $200, but $199, that sounds pretty appealing.
We created step-by-step ABCD instructions for everything. In the introduction, it's gonna teach you how to travel as a state national, how to educate cops, how to handle getting pulled over, what to do if you miss the 3-day rescission, explanations of the Supreme Court rulings in your favor, and then a whole section of travel questions and answers alone. And that's just the introduction, okay? It's also going to show you how to beat a ticket from start to finish. And we know everybody's situation is going to be different. So I accounted for like any possible situation that I could think of. And it's gonna also walk you through finding any of the information that you need while you're filling out your paperwork, like finding Dun & Bradstreet numbers, requesting the bonds, how to email the clerk. And then each step has highlighted ABCD color-coded step-by-step instructions for filling out each page of each paperwork, and then also how to print everything out, how to notarize it, how to mail it, how to file it onto the record of your case, and pretty much everything that you need to know for traveling as a state national and beating a ticket if a violation.
This pounding dance music is annoying too.
Does happen. Not only that, each step has educational videos.
I feel like I'm in a generic nightclub in a video game.
You'll also have access
that didn't want to pay for the rights to like some actual song.
To my videos from all of the times I've been pulled over, which shows me educating cops. And then I also want to point out that one of the perks that comes with our monthly memberships includes discounts to our classes. So if you have a monthly membership already, we put the
Fenigami says, but you don't understand, Hannah. It's the courts that don't just sit back and submissively deal with people being annoying in court. The legal system wouldn't have built in loopholes that rich people can exploit to be above the law. We can't give the judiciary a way to cut through bullshit and punish bad faith defendants. And Skifazoa with 100 bits says, I just realized that this is brilliant. People can't sue you if they're in jail for listening to your advice.
Travel classes on sale very often because everyone deserves to be free, and we want to make it as easy as possible for you to gain the knowledge so that
as easy as possible. Giving her $200 is as easy as possible.
You can take action. Now is the time to be the change you want to see. State Nationals rock. Oh, so you want to learn how to...
Jesus. I wish she had some of her arrest videos on here. I'm assuming she put them all behind a paywall, but dang.
Private plates. Everyone wants them. And I
why is the why is it like a why?
I know that you probably want
all the music choices are bad.
Want them too. I sure did for a little bit, but I want to go into detail about private plates. When you become a state national,
was her first video AI Trump? Hold on, let me see. Oh, it's just a thing about voting.
Private plates. Everyone wants them. And I know that you probably want them too. I sure did for a little bit. But I want to go into detail about private plates. When you become a state national, one of the things that you learn about is your right to travel. And if the government tries to unlawfully convert your right into a privilege with forced licensing, registration, and insurance, that is a violation of your God-given and constitutionally protected rights. This means if you are not operating commercially, it is null and void for you to be required to use a driver's license or have registered plates.
Except it's not. You need to do it.
Problem
Have you seen the million videos online of people getting arrested for this?
Though,
I've literally been covering them at least once a week for years. For like 3 or 4 years.
When you're first
there's a lot of examples.
Starting out on your journey of taking the power back into your own hands, you don't want to jump the gun on something that will put you in a situation of interacting with public officials if you are not ready for it. I've made a previous video about how your passport that reflects your status is not your get out of jail free card. You can give a public official your passport and they still can violate your rights. The purpose of becoming a state national is to take the power back into your hands and to know what to do if a violation was to happen. I'm speaking from personal experience here. I put these plates on right after I got my passport, and I had never interacted with a cop before. So when I finally got pulled over for the first time, because if you put private plates on, there will be an officer curious enough to pull you over eventually.
Curious? Again, it's not curiosity. Generally, they are aware of people like you. They're pulling you over because it's illegal to do this.
Even if it doesn't happen right away. And when I got pulled over, I did not know what to say. I did not know how to educate that officer, and I answered all of the questions that put me right back into the commercial jurisdiction because I did not have the knowledge to stand on my evidence.
It's not commercial jurisdiction.
I gave that officer
the
my
law applies to you even if you're not a business.
Passport, and he gave me the ticket before ever going back to his car to scan it. So your passport is not your get out of jail free. Your knowledge and your action to stand on that knowledge is what gives you your rights. Because if you do not know your rights and exercise your rights, you do not have them. After I got that ticket, I took these plates off of my automobile and I put my regular plates back on. It has been a couple years now, and I am finally at the point where I would be ready to put these on if I wanted to.
So you're not even doing it! If I just don't want to, guys. I definitely believe all this stuff. I definitely think it's true, and I'm gonna sell you for $200 advice on doing it. But I'm not gonna. That's so transparent.
Because I have gained the knowledge and practiced that knowledge to prepare for any experience that I might have with a public official, even if it doesn't go the way that I want it to. Even if I do get violated. But before I ever put private plates on my automobile again, I would first make sure that this automobile is held in my private trust, and then to take it one step further, I would send out a notice to all of the police departments in my area and that I would frequently travel in, so that I create self-authenticated admissible evidence that these officers—
Who's her guru? I think her mom. She talked about her mom believing in this stuff, so I'm assuming it's a family thing.
Were put on notice in advance that I'm going to be traveling utilizing these private plates and that this automobile is held in my private trust. So if I were to get pulled over by an officer, I have some self-authenticated admissible evidence to back up my education when I'm talking to him. Now, that was just hypothetically what I would do if I were to be putting these plates back on my automobile, but I personally only have so much time to be doing ticket paperwork when my time can go to helping we the people. I would only put these plates
by
on
charging we the people $200 for her bullshit advice. What a patriot.
knowing that the amount that I get pulled over will increase. and knowing that I have to educate every single officer that pulls me over. You totally can get to that point to be able to put on private plates if you want. That's your right. But to get to that point, you have to gain the knowledge so that you can take the action. Now is the time to be the change you want to see. State Nationals rock.
God, she's awful. I can't wait to go through more of her stuff later. All right. We've been going about 3 hours, including part 1. Sorry, again, we had that F earlier and we had to restart, but that's it for today. We have tons of other stuff to take a look at next time, but that's it for today. So let's see who we're going to raid. Of course, I'll be back tomorrow and throughout the weekend, so I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Not sure what we'll be doing tomorrow. Maybe something tinfoil related. Although there is an interrogation I wanted to watch. I kind of wanted to go through the Sarah Boone stuff, which is a case where that's the suitcase murder. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. We'll raid Casafel.
Is it?
Oops. I just need to copy. No!
Freeze the hot dog first. We can get it.
Alright, let's try this again. Alright, have a great night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow or whenever you can tune in next. Have a great night, and hope Friday goes well for you. Bye, everyone.